So I'll speak to diabetic retinopathy since I'm a retina specialist and that's what I do.
Right.
We now have one of the first industry sponsored clinical trials looking to treat underserved individuals with an approved drug. So let me back up and let me put this in context. So when we do clinical trials, when medicines come to are available for everyone, once they're FDA approved, there's a clinical trial. There's normally three phases to a trial: phase one, two, and three. Phase three is when it gets approved by the FDA. And there's a set number of people that are enrolled in a clinical trial that we learn from how a drug works, how safe is a drug, and if it addresses an unmet need. The majority of people in those clinical trials, regardless of disease states, um, are Caucasian people. 90% of the databases that we have currently for our clinical trials are from European ancestry. So what does that mean for us? So let's just take it one step further. Let's take something more common to all of us: prostate cancer.
Mhm.
Prostate cancer has a 40% mortality in African American men, but yet less than 10% individuals, Black men, are in clinical trials. Mortality rate for breast cancer is about 40% higher in African American women, but yet they are less than 10% in the clinical trials. It's the same thing about diabetes when it comes to retinopathy. We don't have enough Blacks in our trials to see if the efficacy and the safety is the same for each participant in the trial. Now,
Yep.
once those drugs come to market, everyone has access to those drugs. What we don't know is that is there a differential response
Mhm.
based on gender, ethnicity, or race? However we normally classify ourselves by our ethnicity.
Right.
Race is really kind of where we migrated from, which is a little bit harder for us to do, because we do know that genetic makeup, people can have different responses, and we learned so much of that uh, in breast cancer, where if you don't have a certain gene in breast cancer, the medication doesn't work very well. And so we are now looking at a clinical trial for Blacks, Hispanics, Asians, um, people from Hawaiian descent, because these groups of people are often not involved in the trials. And we're looking also into the social determinants of health, um, how we can improve that, how we can improve the relationship with those communities, um, and we try to address all the barriers that has led to a poor recruitment.
Yeah.
And so we're hoping to get a lot of great information. That trial is ongoing. It's a nationwide trial. It's called Elevate 'em, and it's with a drug that was already recently approved for diabetic macular edema. So we don't have to worry about some of the safety issues. It's already approved. The great thing is that the medication will be given for free. You
Mm.
can get, and they're taking care of all of this. If you have a hard time getting to the clinic, we'll provide you a vehicle that'll pick you up at your door, take you to your appointment, and take you back home for
Wow.
no cost whatsoever. We also would take care of the other eye. So this is what the trials are doing, and we're so happy that industry is listening to the unmet needs of the community, listen to their constituents, which is their physicians, to let them know what we need to better serve people, to make sure that everyone is getting a fair treatment, so we can address disparities in this country.